With about 2% of the U.S. population involved in dairy farming, most of us don't know how cool cows really are. The fact is, dairy cows and dairy farmers make amazing contributions to the food system and ecosystem. Let's take a closer look. Did you know dairy cows' diets are primarily made up of foods people cannot eat? It's true. 80% of what cows eat cannot be eaten by people. Dairy cows are natural upcyclers. Dairy farmers grow grass, alfalfa, corn, and wheat to feed their cows. But where do the byproducts come from? Byproducts are plant and food waste left over from manufacturing, and without cows to eat them, they would end up in landfills. Did you know for every pound of cotton produced, there is 5 pounds of cottonseed left over? That's a huge amount of plant waste. These byproducts are actually good for cows. Cows' 4-chambered stomach can unlock the energy and nutrients, transforming food waste and byproducts into nutritious and delicious dairy foods.
Because of a cow's specialized multi-compartmental stomach, they're able to eat many types of plant matter that humans simply can't digest. Things like cottonseed hulls, used orange or other citrus pulp, and even spent distiller's grain are loaded with nutrition that cows can use for fuel to help them produce milk, but we have no use for.
Did you know cows produce milk for you to enjoy at home and at school, and 87% of milk is water? Yes, that means cows drink a lot of water. Keeping cows hydrated keeps them healthy and helps them produce nutrient-rich milk. So how many times can a dairy farmer recycle water on the farm? 4 times. Let's learn more from 2 New York dairy farmers.
They do produce milk, and 87% of milk is water. They do drink a lot of water.
And I think it would really surprise people to know that 1 gallon of water on our dairy can be used as many as 4 times.
The cows drink it. It's still clean, pristine water at this stage.
So our cows, on any given day, depending on if it's hot or cold or how much milk they're making, they will be consuming anywhere between 25 to around 35 gallons of water a day. So I always tell people just picture a bathtub full of water a day, and they can consume upwards to over 100 pounds of feed every day. They work very hard. We call them our athletes on our farm.
We use it to cool our milk. Groundwater is only 55 degrees, so we can kind of begin cooling our milk.
We use it to cool the milk, which needs to be cold when it goes to market.
Then we can use that exact same water to clean our equipment. Then we can use that gallon again to clean out the back of our barn.
And then after that, after the cows have used it, after the cleaning and all the processes that we use on the farm, then the water goes onto the fields with the crop nutrients to grow the feed that goes back to the cows so that they can make milk.
And then ultimately we're storing all of that water, saving every drop of that water that's used on our dairy to apply to our fields, to grow our crops. You know, it ends up being nutrient-rich water with manure and other things mixed in it, and so we can use it to fertilize our crops.
And so the water cycle goes around and around.
I think it's pretty amazing that the water we're using in our barn ultimately grows the crops we feed our cows.
Did you know that dairy is an essential ingredient to life? It's true. Dairy foods like milk, cheese, and yogurt provide us with 9 essential nutrients. Each ounce of milk has a gram of protein that provides our bodies with energy. Here are Olympian Lee Kiefer and registered dietitian Catherine Arnold sharing about the unique nutrient package found in dairy foods.
I grew up drinking milk with my siblings, and that kind of reminds me of my childhood and where I came from. Also, as a student and an athlete, dairy products are a very important source of fuel for my body and my brain to make sure I have enough energy and putting the right things in to be the high-functioning person I need to be every day.
So no matter what your age, the American Academy of Pediatrics and the dietary standards for Americans recommend water between meals and milk with meals. So,
Okay.
if,
So you're adding some protein when you,
Right.
which then makes you eat less.
right, and if you're wondering what this big bowl of kale
Yeah.
is here, you would have to eat 17 cups of kale to get the same amount of calcium as 3 servings, 3 glasses of milk, or 2 cans of sardines to get the same amount of vitamin D. And while I incorporate these in my diet, I don't want to be eating that much.
I'm not going in for a bowl that big.
Right.
Okay.
We hope you've enjoyed learning about how cows upcycle, how farmers practice environmental sustainability, and how cows nourish the world. Visit us at thedairyalliance.com and enjoy videos such as the award-winning More to the Moo, The Life of a Modern Dairy Farmer, which follows the Harrison family of Sweetwater Valley Farm in Tennessee as they produce milk on their farm to share with the community through their cheese and their cafe.